Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Server Play with Scoots42. We are back on the Foolcraft server again today. I have been going around, and I have taken down basically everything that had anything to do with refined storage. I've discovered, and I may have talked about this in a previous episode, but basically what was happening was refined storage was unfortunately causing a lot of lag on the server. I wasn't sure if that was the case, but I can tell you almost as soon as we took down almost all of the refined storage, the server lag almost stopped. I mean, entirely. We still, and I think you guys might see it on here, I've still got a rough area over here for some reason. When I try to cross over here, there's a little bit of a hang sometimes. There it is. But it's not horrible. Not horrible at all. And I will give a little bit of a warning for this episode. It's probably going to get a bit grindy because we're really going to be getting into the nuts and bolts of auto crafting for the ME terminal with applied Energestics today. I've done a lot of the grindy stuff already, getting these inscribers set up, which Chagger did most of that stuff. But as far as, like I've got this linked up now, I've got some, what do they call these? Storage buses. I still need to get something hooked up over here to our stoneworks, but I thought getting our inscribers over here set up for auto crafting would probably be a smarter thing to do. So let's get into it. And one of the first things we're going to need, and we're going to need all of these things, so there's no real, I can't say that there's any proper order to crafting all of these things, but I can tell you that we're going to need all of these things. So I wanted to get started today by making the molecular assembler. And let's see how much of this we already have. Let's see, it looks like we have the iron. So we need to make a formation core, which we might have the stuff for. We do. And what was this one? The annihilation core. We probably have the stuff for that. Yeah, we do. And what else did we need? We're going to need some quartz glass for this. So what do I need for quartz glass? What was it? Quartz dust. I wonder if I already have some quartz dust in a sack over here. I seem to remember putting some in here. I may have used it all because I do have some left. Now what I can't remember is if it was the pure fluix or the regular fluix I needed to make that. So let's check on that really quick. Let's see what the recipe was for this. And that is regular fluix crystals. Do we have regular fluix? We do. Let's take about half of those. We'll need to end up making some more fluix crystals later anyway, but that's actually pretty simple. That just takes some redstone, nether quartz, and some of that charged Certus quartz and some water, and that actually happens pretty quick. So let's just get some more of that grinding up real quick. And let's come over here and finish making up our stuff. Is it just this? No. So let's put that back in there. Okay, so let's go back to the molecular assembler. And, oh, we were making this quartz glass, that's right. Oh, I made the wrong stuff. I need Certus quartz dust. You know what, we can do this with nether quartz, so let's do this with nether quartz. But I think the quartz is a little easier for me to get right now than the Certus. Because remember, we have those nether quartz chickens. This is probably pretty close to done. Yeah, it is. Let's get these sagged up real quick. I think we only needed like 5 of them, so we'll grab what we need and we'll let the rest of these kind of sag up here. There we go, that's probably good. Remember to pay attention to your recipes, kids. If your recipe's not working, make sure you're using the right stuff. Alright, there's our glass. So now, hopefully, we can make one of these molecular assemblers. Yeah, I'm missing something else. What am I missing? Oh, a workbench. Really? Well, I should have plenty of planks in here at least. There we go. Now we have a molecular assembler. And let's see, I believe the next thing we're going to want is probably going to be an interface. You don't, well, that's the refined storage one. What I want is this one, the ME. And let's see, we might have enough. Yeah, we do. Cool. All right. So basically what I'm thinking is there's a couple of ways that we can do this. But basically I want to get these to the point where they can be auto-crafted. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to ditch all of the chests and we're going to try and see if we can replace this with one chest. Because I think the smart thing to do is going to be to set these guys up on some kind of a filter so that I'm only using one of these assemblers. So let's see how we can do this. I think if we have, say, the assembler back here and the crafting unit, I don't need the crafting unit. I don't think we're going to need that. I crafted that earlier to see what it did, and I don't actually think we're going to end up needing that. And if we put our... Oh, I'm doing this a little backwards. I don't need this. That's right. I don't need that for this. What I need here is the interface. I got a little backed up. That's all right. And we will need... let's use one of these iron chests, I think. I don't know if this is actually going to work or not. It might. I honestly don't know. I think for the purposes of this, though, I might. Let's put this on the side. But I may need to get into that chest. And the chest won't open with that on top of it, of course. Let's try something like that. Let's see if we have any more of our cables. We do. We're going to need to make some more of those soon, too, it looks like. The other important thing I should probably tell you guys about the Foolcraft pack is channels apparently are not something we need to worry about, which for me is pretty good news. I know some of you may be kind of intimidated, by having to use these channels. Most of the time, like this glass cable is only going to allow you to use 8 items that use data. You can power basically as many items as your power system can handle. That's not a problem, but if you're talking about using data, you can only use 8 items. And I don't know if the ME interface would use a data channel or not. What I do know, though, is the glass cables generally can only take 8. There are thicker cables. There's some big fat boys that can do 32 channels. But those won't be necessary because I'm pretty sure that the channels have been disabled. So we've got this part. We've come this far. We've got this set up. And if you look in here, you can see that there's some stuff up here. There's a place to put some patterns. This is basically for inputting, which we'll get into that in just a little bit. I think what I'm going to need to do is I'll probably dig myself a way to get back here to access the conduits. The other thing, let's see if I've got some, let's see, I'm going to need 4. Let's see if we've got some filters here. Should have some. Yeah, we do. That's probably more than we need, but I think that'll be alright. So, like this one, for instance, let's get some silicon. Let's get the basic stuff we need here. We're going to want a little bit of silicon. And we'll try this. Let's go ahead and craft our next thing, which is going to be the interface terminal. Or the pattern terminal, I should say. And that doesn't look terrible at all. We'll need to do another crafting terminal, which isn't rough at all. Yeah, it's probably going to be easier just to get the planks out. There we go. And let's see, we need an ME terminal, bright illumination panel. One more piece of quartz glass. Well, let's go and grab some more of that nether quartz. I told you guys this was going to get a little bit grindy. And by a little bit, I of course mean a lot of it. It's basically what we're going to be doing today, is grinding out the bits to get the auto crafting set up for the ME terminal. Let's see, let's put this in here. And maybe it'll be this simple. Let's get a few of those. I got a feeling we're going to need some more. And interface terminal, any terminal, those. See if we can get one of these. I'm missing some kind of core, so let's see what we needed. Formation core, annihilation core, I think I forgot to make the crafting terminal, so let's make the crafting terminal, or the ME terminal I should say. Crafting terminal, there we go. And we're going to need another crafting table. Let's see. Here, let's see, what were we doing? Crafting terminal. And we need one more of those calculation processors. So let's see, that's the printed calculation circuit. Calculation press. What do you take again? You take these things. Oh, I already have the stuff in there to make it. Maybe I've already got some. Nope. That was worth a shot. So we're going to need one of these. I did. Good. Alright, so there is our crafting terminal. Now we might be able to make our pattern terminal. Yeah, it looks like we need an engineering processor, which is the diamond. I could have sworn I had some. I do, I just don't know how to spell engineering, apparently. Oh, and you know, I think, oh, so one of those. Oh, when I turned that off, I apparently lost all of my redstone. There we go. So let's get that redstone in here. Piece of redstone. There we go. Probably won't need this up here either. I'm going to end up having to rearrange a lot of this stuff is what's going to end up happening. So now I should be able to just take this guy and this guy, and there's our pattern terminal. Awesome. I should hopefully just be able to stick that right there. And now we have a way to encode our patterns. And this is very similar to refined storage. Not an accident. Refined storage is basically a kind of a copy of this mod, basically. There are some key differences, but refined storage was definitely influenced and inspired by applied Energestics. So what we should be able to do now, so I think I'm going to want, let's go ahead and get this set up. If I can get down here. There we go. So what I should be able to do now is, let's see, this is our, yeah, that's our printed silicon. So in here, what we're going to want to do is, let's say that you only take silicon. And we'll probably want to go ahead and, let's go ahead and get the rest of these set up here. Might take me a second to remember what takes what. So let's see. I've got my silicon. I need, what's the engineering? See if we can find the engineering one. There it is. That takes diamonds. So let's get a diamond. Okay. Apparently shift right clicking will only pick up one item. That's cool. So in here, we want to tell it that you're only going to take diamonds. And again, I don't know that this is actually going to work. It's just kind of something I'm trying out. I know there's, one of the things I could do is just, make an ME interface for each one of these. But I don't think that is a smart way to use our resources. I think it'll be, if I can get this to work, I think this will be a much smarter setup. And so let's see what we've got next is the logic press. And those are going to take gold. So let's get a little gold. And we'll do pretty much the same thing on this one. Tell this guy to insert on gold. And our last one, I again do not remember what it takes to make the calculation. So let's take a look. Calculation, that takes the pure Certus quartz. Okay, so let's get the pure Certus. Just right-clicking takes half a stack. Shift right-clicking will take out one. Thank you. I think we can put that stuff back in there now. I think I'm going to hang on to the rest of that stuff for a minute. Come over here. And you are going to... Oh, not redstone. Certs. There we go. Now, where's my wrench? There it is. If I connect these back up, let's see here. I want you extract always active. I actually don't think I want you connected there at all. Those are all connected. I'm going to want to disable you. There we go. I think I just spun that interface around, but I don't think it's really going to matter much. Oh. Now that is helpful. I think that actually may have made the difference, and that was that was a complete accident. So I think that may actually make this all work, and that was a complete accident. I don't think I would have figured that out completely on my own. All right, so let's make some patterns. Let's see what it's going to take to make some patterns. Let's see. I want a blank pattern, which is going to take some of this stuff. Do I have enough to make one? Maybe 2 or 3? Oh, look at that. I'm going to have enough to make them all. That's awesome. So what we should do is let's set this to processing pattern, and we'll go ahead and get these up here. And then what we can do, calculation processor is going to take this stuff. There we go. So let's see here. I may need to grab some of this stuff. I thought it was going to let me shift click it in there, but apparently not. Let's clear that out of there. Let's see. I've got my... You know what I'm actually going to want? I'm going to need to make all of these things here. Or the circuits, I should say. Because apparently I'm going to have to tell this thing exactly how to make these patterns. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Put those back. Let's see, I'll need some Certus, which I've got. A little gold. I'll need a diamond. And a piece of silicon, I believe. Now the fun part really is going to be that I do not remember which side we pipe stuff out of. So we'll figure that out in just a minute. Let's get some of these patterns going here, and we're going to tell you that one of those is going to equal one of these. Okay, so there's one pattern. And we should be able to put this in here. And now I don't know that it will let us auto-craft it. What did I just put in there? The diamond one. Let's take those out. Oh, I thought that would work. Maybe I'm not getting power. I'm pretty sure. But it needs to go that way into the chest. Let's see. I'm a little confused. I thought that would start. Well, that's not going to be very much fun. Let's see. Which one was I doing? The engineering circuit. Let's see if maybe I have to put it up there. There it is. Another cable, and we'll just do this for now. There we go. Will it show me auto crafting now? Yes. Interesting. That is very interesting. Let me try this again. Maybe having the arrow thing on it wasn't a good idea. Let's try that one more time. That worked just like I thought it would, as far as I could tell. So let's put that back in there. Oh, there we go. Maybe having the arrows on it wasn't a good idea after all. Let's see if we can order one. How about that? And there are no crafting CPUs available. So let's see what we need to do to get a crafting CPU. Let's see. I believe what we're going to want to start off with is one of these crafting storage units. Oh, we will need a crafting unit. Okay, so it wasn't a total waste. Let's see if we can just get one of those. Hey, look at that. So let's try 1K crafting storage. Yay! Look at that. And these can go anywhere on the network. Basically anywhere. I believe this is just going to need power. I don't think it would take up a channel. We've already kind of talked about how Foolcraft doesn't really need channels. There we go. And that you can see that graphic change. That means that the unit is working. And this actually is a multi-block. So you can have more than one of these attached. This is basically going to be our CPU number 0, I believe. And it says we're missing a printed engineering circuit. That's weird. Did I get... I think I've got this backwards. That is funny. One diamond equals one front-end engineering circuit. Isn't that what I did before? That wasn't anything like what I just asked it to do. Take those out of there. I'm not sure what happened. Can I not? Do I have to put these in a crafting grid to clear them? Yeah. No biggie. Let's try that again. Okay, let's put our patterns back in there. And you are just going to take one, sir. Man, I can't believe I got that backwards. That's just silly. Uh-oh. Well, I think I may be disconnecting. Oh, there we go. And we're back. So that's good. All right. So now, hopefully, I can craft one of these things, finally. Yay! So that should start crafting. And it does. And then what we're going to have to do is figure out how to suck that thing out of there. So I'm hoping... Was it this one? Yeah. I'm hoping that these will come out of the bottom. And I may actually want to... Let me come out of here for a second. I think I actually am going to want this guy, if I can get in the right spot. It looks like I'm going to have to knock a few more blocks down. That's all right. There we go. Now I can get in there. I think. Might need to knock a few more down here. There we go. There we go. Now I should be able to get there. No problem. And I believe what we can do is set this to insert. And that may have gone ahead and taken that guy out of there. Probably not, though, because I never set that to... I never put one down here. And I may need to set up additional filters as well. Was it this one? Yeah. So hopefully this will work. We'll set you to extract always active. Need to get you out of the way. I don't think I wanted that there. Well, I'm not going to want it there. There we go. That'll be fine, because if this works, we'll end up sticking another one over there anyway. So let's do this. I'm pretty sure those are already set for their specific things. Did I remember to set you to always active? Yes, so it is not letting me pull it out of that side. So let's see. Do I need to pull you out of the side? This is what I'm afraid of. Can I pull you out of the back? Ooh, that might be even better. think that just may work. I think that'll make this a lot prettier. Let's go ahead and put some of this stuff in the old backpack. There we go. Yay! So now when I look in here, hopefully, no? Well, where did you go? No crafting CPUs are available. I am not entirely sure what happened. I think that guy might be stuck in there. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try to craft another one then. So hopefully what we'll see. Oh, that's not good. Which one did I miss? I think it accidentally. I'm going to have to blacklist these, I think. Because I think it was also going to pull out my inscriber press, and for that I need the engineering press. Let me try that again. There's my engineering press. Oh, and it did return my circuit at least. So that's cool. And here it's only going to show me stuff that's craftable. That's why I couldn't see it. Well, that makes sense. So let's try this one more time. I know this episode's getting a little long, so hopefully I should be able to at least get this to work. Was it that one? Yeah. So what I'm going to want to do is we're going to set up. That's why I grabbed a few extra filters just in case. And we're going to blacklist the press. So hopefully when I put the press back in here, that should stay. And now, if I come over here and request one of these, tell it to quit again. There we go. Hopefully I'll see another circuit come out of there. Well, I think what we're going to do is let's go ahead and wrap up here. I will work on trying to figure out why it's not registering that it has been made when I'm pretty sure that it has. Yeah, I'll work on that. I'm not sure exactly why that isn't working quite right, but we'll get that figured out probably in the next episode. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching the episode today. Hope maybe through, even if it was accidentally, hope maybe you guys picked up a few useful things today. Hope you're enjoying the series here on the Foolcraft server. Thanks for stopping by today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and take care.